Android, iOS, like the mobile, and then
Mm-hmm.
Chrome OS, which would be you can play on the browser.
Oh, sure, yeah. Very nice. These mobile platforms can be a bit more complicated. While Android apps can be built everywhere, iOS requires a Mac. Mobile platforms might also require you to change your visual novel a little due to the smaller, limited devices. For example, button needs to be made large enough for a person to touch.
Ah, yes, yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Rather than cover mobile here, I'll point you to the Android and iOS documentation where you can read more. All right.
That buttons talk is like I think that's a UX UI design kind of detail.
Right, yeah, I imagine so. Thanks to the distribution tools Renpy ships with, there are thousands of visual novels available. I hope that soon yours will be one of them.
Uh,
All right, Richard, we got Eileen cheering for us.
yep.
At least someone's on our side.
All right then. Well, that's as simple as that anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't seem too complicated. Do we want to add anything from that to the document?
Yeah, I'm doing right now. Yeah.
Okay, I'll join you.
You wanna like add the Mac part of it, I guess.
Sure.
Click build because Renpy is made for. Okay. Let's see.
Renpy sign the Mac app.
I see you're going back to check. Huh?
Mm-hmm. mac.build identity.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, sorry, just let me know when you're done.
Hmm.
I was getting the notifications, so I gotta deal with them, so.
Okay, yeah, do your thing. I'll let you know when I'm done with this.
Okay. Okay. Sounds like
All
all
right.
good.
What's going on?
Yeah, you're are you good?
Yeah, should be
Okay.
good now.
All right. So let's go to the next thing. I think that yeah, this looks fine as is. It's
Perfect.
we're on the in-depth things now.
Right, we graduated to the next level.
Graduated, exactly. Level 2.
Level 2,
uh,
text tags, escapes, and interpolation.
text tags, huh? Okay.
All right. Sometimes when showing text, we'll want to change the way some of the text is displayed. Okay. For example, we might want to have the text that is bold, italic, struck through, or underlined. That's what text tags are for. Oh, great. All right. Our text tags are contained in braces, like the tag above. When a text tag takes a closing tag, the closing tag begins with a slash, like so. Okay, yeah, it's very similar to HTML.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Very similar except for maybe the squiggly brackets. Maybe it's a different kind of bracket or
Yeah, they use the what
square
are they
one,
called?
the rectangular one.
No, they're using the triangle
Circular. Oh,
brackets or whatever.
triangle. Oh,
You know,
wow.
the
I
greater
forgot there
than
were
or.
triangle ones. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's very true. Very
Yeah, that's
true.
what you use on HTML.
Oh yeah. How far are you on the HTML one anyway? How does your learning method work? Like, how much a day do you study or
I
how does it
mean,
work?
some days I'll do like 3 or 4 of these lessons. Other days I'll just do one to just get a little bit in, and then they have randomly placed like AI generated practices.
Oh, AI generated practices. That's interesting.
So yeah, it's just taking like random questions from the last like 2 or 3 lessons you've had and kind of throwing them all at you to make sure you're, keeping all of it in mind
Mm-hmm.
instead of just the lesson you just went over.
Yeah, yeah.
So like today I did landing page project. I continued doing that and utilized like submitting forms and different ways of like drop down menus and stuff like that. How to code all that into a program.
Mm-hmm. And you do it all on the phone?
Yeah, right now I'm just doing it on the phone because they just have like a little, basically just a little box or whatever that you could just type code in and then it lets you run it and it shows you the output of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then like you do you need an internet connection to do it? I feel like you don't need one.
Uh, no, yeah, I don't think so. I think I'm just using Wi-Fi most of the time here, but I could use the internet as well. But no, yeah, I've
Oh.
completed what? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, about 9 lesson plans, each with about 7 to 10 lessons within each plan.
Mm-hmm.
And the next one I'm starting up is called Mastering HTML, and the lesson that starts off that class or whatever is called videos.
Mm-hmm.
Then it looks like I'm learning about music and audio, page layout, more on layout, and so on. Yeah, this one has a lot of lessons in this one. It's the final one for the HTML introduction. And then after that, you go to SQL. Isn't that
Mm-hmm.
known as like SQL or something?
I don't think so, but I don't know what it is anyway. Like I don't know what it stands for. That is.
Right, right.
But yeah, like
Um,
I was just wondering. Like so you just do it at home, right? You just like you're sitting and you do it there, right? I was just wondering
Yeah.
if you could do it outside, if you could do it while you're walking, stuff like that. Like yeah, outside that
Oh,
is. Yeah, that's what I was wondering
yeah. I
about.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know about
Mm-hmm.
that. I
Okay.
haven't tried doing it. Everywhere I've done it, I've had like a Wi-Fi connection at least.
Yeah, that's fine. Uh, yeah, I was just wondering how it goes anyway. But yeah, I would imagine that you could either download it all at once or you would just download the lessons individually as you go. It could be either or, but
Mm,
yeah, I believe that you can do it all offline if you just download all of it if it's possible.
right, right. Yeah, I don't know. With the app, I feel like as soon as I downloaded the app, all these lessons are just automatically loaded on there. But I guess with the AI generated stuff, I don't know
Yeah,
how that
AI
would work.
generated, questionable whether it'll need internet or not.
Right.
But
It's
yeah.
interesting. I haven't thought about that. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there's like a leaderboard too. So I imagine you have to be connected to the internet to
Oh,
have
for
all
a
that
leaderboard for
information.
sure. No,
Yeah.
100%.
So,
Yeah.
mhm.
Okay.
Oof, geez,
But
way
that's
behind
cool.
on the
That's cool that
leaderboard
you have
today.
competition.
It does, yeah, it does kind of incite you to or instigate you to just keep learning more. Like
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now, I see I'm in ninth place. I'm like, Jesus Christ, the first place has 1,067 XP, and I'm sitting here at 107. Like
Mm.
shit, gotta take these lessons.
Yeah, I wonder like how fast he's going to, or if he's just like he's just accumulated for a while now or something. Don't know how the
Oh yeah,
point system works.
yeah. Well, they only have like I think it's like a weekly leaderboard, so it just
Uh
kind of resets.
okay, it's weekly. Got it. Yeah, this
And
guy's gonna go hard, man. He's going hard.
right, right.
He has
Yeah,
a goal.
I don't know. With a lot of those too, though, I mean, I feel like I could do this whole thing really easily if I wanted to really quickly, but I think the slower, like with me taking it kind of slow and really making sure I understand everything and all that, it's benefiting me more because I notice when I go really fast, it's kind of just like using common sense to answer questions
Right.
instead of really trying to understand, you know?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And like when you
But it's really
do
cool too. Oh, it's
sorry.
got,
Oh, you go first.
I was just going to say it's really cool too that every question and every lesson has a comment board so you can look back and just see other people's understandings of it and everything.
Okay, yeah, that is great. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I was gonna say that okay, well I forgot. Never mind. I was just
Sorry.
gonna make a comment like how something, but I don't remember it anymore. Oh well. It's okay. Maybe it'll come back to me, maybe it won't, but it's just a comment anyway. But yeah, let's get back to the lesson then.
All right. So we got container tags or whatnot. They have an opening tag and a closing tag. So it looks like the backslash is just on the closing tag of it all,
Mm-hmm.
and the content that you
Backslash.
want to be.
Yeah.
Or I guess it's a forward slash, isn't it? Technically.
I have no idea. I guess we'll call it forward slash then. But yeah, I mean, these forward slashes are for ending things off. We just see it like that.
Right.
Okay
All
then.
right. All right. Next, we've already seen the B, I, S, and U tags, and there are a lot more than those. I'll show you the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
The text tag can link to a website or jump to a label. Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Link to a website
Okay then.
to a label. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
This would be an interesting way to do our articles.
Yeah, I think that especially with the jump to thing, that would
Mhm.
definitely be a thing.
Yeah, the jump more than the website. Yeah, we're not going to
Yeah.
take people out of to go somewhere.
Yeah, that would be annoying for quite a few people, really.
Oh yeah, for sure. Totally, I feel like lose the immersiveness of it.
Yeah. It's like every time
Uh,
we just keep on linking them to the YouTube. So okay, but people would use this linking to a website thing for promotional stuff. It's like for mobile games, you have your announcements, and then you can link to a
oh
website, right?
yeah, that makes sense. Okay, nice.
Do you
All
play it?
right.
Have you ever played any mobile games? Like,
I mean, I used to play a lot more mobile games and everything.
mhm.
Then eventually, I found like emulators that I could download on my phone. Now,
Ah,
then I would just go full like nostalgia and just play
PSP
like
games or
old
stuff.
Pokemon games and
Okay.
yeah, just play all the Game Boy games that I used to play when I was a kid.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, like one that I really liked was Mega Man Battle Network.
Oh yeah, I used to love those games for
Okay,
sure.
you
Those are
played that
super
one
fun.
too. Awesome. Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah, I think
But
I mostly played what is it, the third one? So is that blue and white or something?
the third one. All I know is that was probably the best one out of all of them, actually.
Right.
Um,
Like I remember my cousin put me on that and everything. She bought me a version of it for like one of my birthdays when I was like 10 or 11 or something like that.
yeah.
Oh, good times.
Yep. Definitely.
Simpler, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. The alpha text tag makes text translucent.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, and then there's the point 0.5 there too. So it's only a
Point
little
five.
chance.
Right. Yeah. So it's like half translucent, basically.
Right. If it was fully translucent, we wouldn't even see it, I'm assuming then, right?
I think so. I mean, even though that would mean that it's not even translucent anymore, it's like that would make it literally not even. It would be. It's
Like
not
hide.
transparent either, but yeah, it might as well be hiding. Yeah, exactly, stuff like that. Anyway.
Huh. Interesting.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. The color text tag changes the color of the text.
Yeah, we know
Okay.
that
She,
one for sure.
yep, we've seen that one. Oh. The CPS text tag makes text type itself out slowly, even if slow text is off. That's kind of cool.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
she has CPS equals 25 for that. So
I'm guessing it's like 25% speed.
yeah, right. That makes sense.
And then the CPS tag can also be relative to the default speed. CPS equals times 2, doubling CPS, or CPS equals times 0.5, halving CPS it. Okay, halving
Oh,
it. Okay. So we just have to go to the next one and it'll show that.
right.
Well, I thought that it would show it, but it didn't. For me anyway.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I didn't really notice it at all. It just appeared.
Okay.
All right, good job, Eileen.
Well, that's that.
The font tag. Let's see. The font tag changes the font. For example, to Deja Vu Sans bold .ttf. So you type in the full name and then the .ttf.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then you end it with that too.
Gotcha. Sometimes changing to a bold font looks better than using the. Oh, interesting. Why does she have it double bracketed on that? Do you think that's important?
I don't think so. I think that maybe that's actually a mistake. It should
Yeah.
just be one on that side. But it makes sense because the B tag is just adding on top, while the Deja Vu Sans bold font is baked in bold font, and that baked in bold font was probably like, it's basically crafted anyway, and it'll look,
Yeah.
it could be crafted to look better than the added on version of the bold.
Yeah, it looks like maybe that she did the double bracket so that in the text it actually shows the brackets. Because then when you
Ah,
see her talking about it, now you got the double bracket, right? Or not the double, but you bracketed B.
no clue. Well, because like the thing is that, what like you're saying that it's so it doesn't apply it, right?
Yeah, I guess it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't. You think it wouldn't matter though because it doesn't have that ending bracket with the slash either.
No,
So
that that would, that would just make it a it's just that's an ending point. But I do see what you're trying to say though, because the thing is that we're seeing right now that these squiggly brackets are used for in the quotes, but yeah, we'll just have to go to the next and see what it looks like, right?
yeah, good point.
And then this is what it looks like as the output. So, and it seems to be the case that this first bracket allows this to be shown anyway.
Right. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. Next, the K tag changes kerning. It can space the letters of a word closer together or farther apart.
Kerning, yes, yes. I believe it's, let's see, space the letters of a word closer together or farther apart. Yeah, yeah, okay. So every letter
Yeah,
is spaced either further away or closer together.
you can kind of see that in the words closer together than farther apart seems to have a bit more space between each letter.
Hmm.
Maybe I'm just seeing that. I don't know. Is my mind playing tricks on me, or did she
I
actually do that?
honestly cannot tell.
Yeah.
Maybe. Let's see if I. No. It's way too hard to tell actually.
Like look at in together the HER and then farther HER. It looks like at least between the H and the E.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's
Yeah.
something we won't need
Yeah.
to work.
Yeah. The H and E for together and farther are definitely like further apart. For farther,
Right.
and together is the H and E are together closer.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's something that is hardly noticeable, but
Yeah, very hard to notice, but you just have to increase that kerning to make it more further easier to see. And then like apart as well, for that last one, A and P are definitely
oh
further
yeah,
apart. Like it's so ugly to look at.
yeah. Just not
All right, let's get
like
the next one then.
it's
But
good
yeah,
to note too. It's good to note too. I didn't even notice it till I looked up at the code really, but that negative 0.5 and then the regular 0.5.
so you didn't notice that at first,
So,
huh? Okay
so I
then.
wonder if closer together you always have to go into a negative
Negative.
based.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's saying.
Excellent.
All right then.
Whoa, here we go. This is kind of cool. The size tag changes the size of the text. It can make text bigger or smaller, or set it to a fixed size.
Let's see. I have to I have to like drag my mouse. I have to like hold on it and then drag it left and right to see the rest of the code.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Fixed size. So I don't just really understand what the difference between the fixed size and bigger is,
Mm-hmm.
really.
That's good that you asked that because I was questioning at first until I realized. But yeah, just like the if you read it out, size equals plus 10 for bigger size. Size equals minus 10 for smaller size. And then for fixed size, it's size equals 30.
No plus or minus.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, so the plus means that it'll make it 10 uh, font bigger, I guess. We'll say it's 10 font size bigger. And then
Right.
smaller is 10 font size smaller. And then fixed size is a size font of 30.
Oh, okay. So that's just like picking the font size.
Yes, exactly. But for that so if this is plus 10 for bigger and minus 10 for smaller, what is the original text size? What do you think?
I would assume 20.
Yep, that's exactly it. Because bigger and
Nice.
fixed size look the same size, don't they?
Yeah, right. That's exactly what I was basing that off of.
Exactly. Yep, yep. Okay then. But yeah, now that we got that.
All right. All right. The space tag
By the way,
adds
like
space.
when we're making the notes, you'll probably want to like add that in for yourself. The like fixed size being, the set size, and then bigger and smaller, like
Oh, yeah.
making a plus size and then minus the size kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. That's actually a good idea. We should almost be taking notes as we're
Yeah,
going
yeah.
through.
That's right. That would be a good idea too. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Go back to the beginning of the tags just so we can start writing in all this stuff.
Okay, I guess yeah, we'll do it then. Get into the habit right away.
Yeah, right. I mean, otherwise, I'm going to be going through the whole thing like 10 times to get all the different text tags in there.
Mm.
Oh, I see you added pictures here.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I
nice.
just like screenshotted everything as we went along. Cause for me, like, it's as easy as just getting the examples to get what I want. Uh,
Yeah,
and
no, I mean, that's all we'll need just to keep a
mhm.
little
Yeah, and
little
then my
paragraph.
mind will explain itself really when I look at the example. So, I,
Yeah, right. This is all pretty self-explanatory
mhm.
as long as we have the stuff there. So you got the jump and link, or the link to the website and jump to a label stuff, and then the bold italic stuff already, right? Did you?
Yes, that's right. I didn't like for the first one, so you'll see that that's the bold italic stuff, but like I didn't like include the result. Yeah, that's what I didn't include.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think if we need the result, really. I
Right,
think we'll
exactly right.
understand.
You don't think we need it? Yeah, I didn't think we needed it anyway.
What is it? Let's see, forward slash.
Yeah, I'll do the text size one
Okay, nice.
since I know that you want that one at least.
Yeah, definitely add that, and I'll catch up to that. And I'm also going to be adding in when we need to do like the number,
Hmm.
whatever.
Yeah. Do you still want these picture examples?
Yeah, I'd say we can just use those because I would
Okay.
just basically be writing out the same thing.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So just like maybe do we want to move these under or do we want them over the examples?
I'd say just leave them there because that's the order I'm just. It'll keep it in the order it was all presented. Starting off with the bold italics and then this hyperlink stuff.
No, I meant by like
So,
so for example your translucent text tag and then you also did one for the color text like maybe we want to move them towards their examples and then like maybe have them either under or over their example.
oh yeah, you could just I'd say it'd probably be best to have it over
Over, huh?
over the example.
Okay. Over it is then. Over.
Over.
Supposed to say Roger.
Roger, Roger.
All right. Since we're text gaming, we might actually really want to utilize these features.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. This one's going to be, I think, pretty important.
One game that it makes me think about when using such a thing is Paper Mario. Have you ever played that
Oh,
one?
I never got to play it, but
Damn,
I
you
kind of know
missed
a little
out.
bit. I believe it. I believe it. I love Mario games.
Yeah, but like this one is like special though. Like
Okay.
it's a Mario game that has really good story. Like
Whoa.
really, like it's one of the best storytellings,
Really?
even amongst gaming in general.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
But like that, I'm only talking about the first two titles, the first one's obvious Paper Mario, but the second one, Thousand Year Door, is like is basically the much improved version of the original Paper Mario. Uh, like everything is an upgrade in that one, and the storytelling in that was just so gorgeous. Well, I say gorgeous, but like it's comedic, it's heartwarming, it has its tragedies and whatnot, stuff like that. But it's definitely still for kids as well, obviously. But yeah,
Oh, sure. Sure.
like I call it gorgeous because it was just that well written.
Oh, sure. Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'll have to check that out. What system was that on originally?
GameCube.
Was it the GameCube? Oh,
Yeah,
dang.
but the thing is that they did make a remastered version for the Switch.
For the Switch?
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Let's see, Thousand Year Door remake. Let's see, when was it released? Releases 5/23/24. So it's not even out yet. You have to wait another month and 13 days.
Okay, I think I can wait.
Yeah. You have a Switch then?
Yeah, I have the Nintendo Switch. Yep.
Okay, nice, nice.
Yeah, that's where I do all my gaming on. I
Yeah.
recently finally moved it to my room because it's been in the living room forever. So I was usually only playing on the portable with the portable aspect of it all. But now I've got it on TV now that I'm playing a bigger RPG like Diablo.
Mm-hmm. True that. Okay, good to know, good to know.
Yeah, I also just downloaded Skyrim Elder Rings on it, so that's going to be one of my next ventures to explore.
Okay, sounds good. Do you have you played it before?
I never have. No, I've always just heard so much about it, but for the longest time, it was only available on like PC and then consoles that I didn't have.
Right, right. Yeah. And
Yeah, for the longest time, I could never justify buying like the newest Xbox or PlayStation or even a nice gaming PC because I didn't game enough.
mm-hmm.
Take, I didn't put time aside for that. Instead, I was, I don't know, out partying with friends or
Yeah.
watching too much TV.
Like you mean like stuff like Netflix and whatnot, right?
Yeah, I know a lot of streaming services. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, what got me into the gaming again was honestly during like the lockdown and everything, COVID and whatnot.
Right,
Because
right. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I,
That's the same with a lot of people.
yeah, I had just bought the Switch like a few months prior, and I didn't play it that much because I was working or watching TV basically. But
Mm-hmm.
then with the lockdown, I had a lot more time on my hands, so I started gaming a bit more and working out. I mean, the working out didn't happen until I was like drunk every day for like 30 days. And then I was like, okay, this has got to stop.
All right. That's funny. Oh man.
And don't drink at all. Much better life.
Yeah, exactly right. Oh my God. Like sometimes I feel like a lot of the things I do is just it's just something that will eventually happen to humanity if they ever realized.
Right.
It's like drinking. I mean, I don't really see the benefits besides people partying, right? But
Yeah. I mean, beyond like the social aspect of it, I never really saw a point to it. I mean, because I was using it for the wrong reasons. I was using it to escape just boredom and other problems.
yeah, yeah, it's
That,
always like that, right?
yeah, and that's when it becomes an unhealthy habit.
Yeah. Ah man, but for me, my problem was game addiction, which was
Oh,
like on the MMORPGs, and then
mm,
I was addicted with upgrading all the time, just seeing bigger numbers and whatnot. That was
right.
my addiction. And then that's associated with gambling. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so it's best that I don't get back into that stuff.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah,
That makes,
I really had to curb it, and I had to do it slowly though. Um,
yeah.
like I had to slowly realize, or not just realize, but also keep telling myself that I need to stop, that I need to stop over and over again until I finally do. It's like one of those things where you have to like slowly change our mindset because uh, my it's when something's an addiction, right? It's just yeah, it seems impossible to change anyway. But
Right. Right.
it's like usually people need help. They need someone else to help them get rid of it and get out of it. But for me, I didn't have that, and it would cost a lot of money or whatever. so I had to do it by myself and just keep gaslighting myself to stop. Literally, just gaslight yourself.
Uh, whatever
Okay.
works, you know.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, but yeah, no, like there are people that need therapy and they spend years on it. So I should be proud that I was able to do it all by myself, really, right?
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you. Like, save a lot of money. Yeah, but at the same time, I'm still not making any money yet.
Yeah, right, there is that.
Yeah, it's always like an up and down and stuff, but at the end of the day, when you're a normal human being, you gotta accept that you're not gonna like be able to do the same things that those with higher what is it? Higher values, I'd say, would be able
Mhm.
to do it because like I wanted to be like those developers that just completely like just was it called bury themselves in their work. I want to be like them, but I found that I just could not do it for the life of me because I have another problem. So besides gaming addiction, gambling addiction, I also have this tendency to get distracted and like I'd rather do something else kind of thing. I'd rather watch this person or I'd rather do this and that. It's always the I'd rather thing.
Sure, sure, yeah.
Yeah. And
I can
even
see how that would
now,
be
yeah, as we're doing this
complicated.
project, I keep having to keep slowly building myself up towards uh, enveloping myself into the project. Uh, but what keeps me
Oh,
really is that like it's so much easier when you have someone else to work with. It just is. But
it adds like accountability onto yourself and everything.
it's not just that, but it's also just having discussions and whatnot. And so, like, by
Mm,
having discussions, it makes it so much easier to get ideas going because we're discussing and we're like talking about things and like anything helps. Talking about what doesn't work even will help, you know? And then even if we don't
mm-hmm.
have the answer right away, it can come later because it's all about just making yourself aware first, and then after that is trying to apply and see what you can do with it. That's the that's the I guess it's like the secret to success basically, and you just keep applying it over and over again. But the thing is that you can't like rely on anybody. You're supposed to be only able to rely on yourself because you, Ethan, are not available 24/7. So that's why I need to start trying to do it all by myself, kind of thing, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's good to have that other person to kind of help you, like you said, build interest and keep generating ideas.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's definitely something you have to learn to do on your own because, like, for me, like when I was in my college town and everything, hanging out with all my friends and whatnot, I had a couple friends that were like super into writing like me, and so I found the most like interest I showed in my writing was when I was working with others. But as soon as that other person, they got a job and they didn't have time to, work on stuff with me or they moved away, then my interest in continuing to write those projects or start any of my own projects just plummeted.
Yeah. It started off waning and then it just like, oh, I can't do it. Like,
Yeah.
and the reason for that is just because you never did it like this before, I guess maybe, or maybe when I don't know. At the very least, it's a skill that that needs to be trained up. But how to train it up is the question at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And then to do so, it's just make yourself accountable. Try to do at least 10 minutes and see how it goes. Like I did one time do that, and proposed that idea to Alex. But nobody ever does it, I'll do it and nobody else does it, and it makes me feel like the odd one out kind of thing, and my heart doesn't like being the odd one out, and I hate that about myself really because it is getting in the way of progress, but I that is who I am as a human being, and it's just one of it's all these weaknesses is all these things that needs to be worked on, and yeah, it is what it is.
Right, right. Is what it is.
Yep. But for my it is what it is, it's not that I just accept the reality, it's also that I make a point to improve on it as well, because
Yeah.
anything can be improved on. And even if it's like really slow, plenty of people had to take the really slow route and still saw success eventually.
True that. True that.
Let's see. It was pull. Okay. I'll move those things over now. I think it's supposed to go here actually. The K tag, kerning. Okay, that was the next one that you did. The jump to the label will be interesting, honestly. I don't know exactly what it does, because all that happened was that it just went to the next thing, I guess.
What was that? Oh, the jump to label.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all it did?
Yeah, it just jumped to the next text, right? So we don't know what exactly label entails. Is it just text, or is it like a whole, or can you do a whole new scene that's in
Right,
game?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that'd be nice if we could have something where like I don't know, in the game where you click on I don't know, say an article and then it just opens up just that article or something, you know, just
Mm-hmm.
expand to fit the entire screen or something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Exactly.
Okay, so I got kerning done. You did the size one, right?
The size, yes, you can go ahead and check that for me.
Okay.
Okay, Lindsay gave me permission to inform that she's basically taking a chemo. Yeah, she's taking chemo for her lupus.
Really?
Yeah, and she still has to take it for another month.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Okay.
and yeah, and I don't know if you want me to go into the detail that she just gave me, but are you
I
interested?
mean, if she gave you the permission to share that, you can go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a super strong immunosuppressive drug to stop my immune system from attacking my body.
Wow.
Yeah, which yeah, I have heard of that kind of thing where the immune system attacks the body because it sees the body as a, well, as a problem, right?
Right. Yeah. Basically. Damn, that's intense.
Yeah. Uh, I'm thinking that her immune system is just stupid.
Right. Yeah. She got unlucky with the gene pool, I guess, and got
Yeah,
shitty immune system.
yeah. The learning of this immune system is haywired.
Right. Guess it kind of makes you think like, you know, how lucky we are for something that we take for granted, you know?
Oh yeah. Every day I'm always reminded, you know, like there's always something, and like, uh, even though I have like some of these problems with my body and whatnot, I still have to be grateful because at the very least, I'm not in a wheelchair. I'm not handicapped, right? I can still do things. I can still talk. I can still like do everything that a normal human being can do, right? And I shouldn't take it for granted.
Right.
Like the first sign of that I realized it was when when I was working at McDonald's, I had a really unhealthy lifestyle, and basically, the too long didn't read version is that I got hemorrhoids from it.
Yikes.
Yeah, yeah. So, uh, and the reason's just like with unhealthy eating, the bowels are having a hard time.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, recently my mom just shared me this. She shared with me a what's it called? A podcast that she listens to.
Mm-hmm.
She listens to this one hosted by Jay Shetty is the guy's name. Have you
Mm.
heard of him?
No, no, I don't often listen to podcasts at all, really.
Gotcha. Well, this guy, he's super into mental and physical health, but
Mm-hmm.
not like not well, I mean he definitely seems to, utilize like fitness and whatnot, but more so on like I guess for physical health it's like on what you should be putting into your body, nutrition wise and whatnot.
Yes.
And so she shared with me this interview he did with this lady that's talking about glucose and
Mm.
all these myths about it and the actual facts about it and whatnot. And like I've listened to most of it. It's about like an hour and 15 minutes long, but he's got a lot of like, I don't know, commercials that he kind of has to do for these products he's supposed to sell. So
Mm-hmm.
all in all, it's probably about 45 minutes of good information. But
Okay.
yeah, like just the stuff I'm learning about it, like just how to eat healthier to like get the most out of your body is like super helpful. But it's also interesting how like you almost have to like deconstruct how you already take care of your body. At least for me, how I like eat and everything. I'm like, oh my god, I've been doing it wrong for 30 years.
Yep.
Now I have to try to get it right so I can, one, live healthier and two, live longer.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Yep. And yeah, that's exactly the thing, right? Like throughout my years being neat online all the
Mm,
time, I learned that you have to like break it down and understand what your body needs for food in terms of nutrition, so that you can have a healthy body, because everybody's body's different,
yeah,
and the dietitian or whatever, uh, dietitian or something like that. Anyway, point is that there's a doctor for that, and like people really should just go to those kinds of people anytime they have issues, which I didn't do, and I should have done it, but it's too late, and I already pretty much know what my body needs. But uh, the other issue for me is being too lazy to cook a lot. There's like so much cooking that I
yeah,
have to do.
no, dude. Yeah, no, it's so hard to keep up with cooking. Like one of my buddies he's like a regular at one of the bars I work at, or he was, and now he's really cut back on his drinking. But pretty much every other Saturday, I'll go to visit my girlfriend during her shift,
Hmm.
and he'll always be there waiting for me, and then we're just chatting and whatnot.
That's
And then
awesome.
he told me this little hack that he found himself. So he's like a Somalian dude,
Right.
but he's been in the country for like pretty much his whole life, and he grew up on the East Coast, and now he's out in the Midwest. But he told me that his little hack is like, it's so easy, man. I don't even need my wife to cook it for me. I do it every day, and all he does is it consists of like spinach, broccoli, and then you kind of cook that up in a pan, and then you add in avocado, and then with that vegetable mixture, you just add either like pasta or rice or something, and then you add in like your protein. And he says he likes to do like fish typically, but sometimes he'll do chicken. And he
Mm-hmm.
eats this mixture without any seasoning because he can't do. He's a bit older than me. He's like in his 40s.
Okay.
And so he says like just the too much seasoning just affects him in a bad way, so he doesn't do it. But
Right.
but yeah, he cooks this meal for himself every day, and he'll usually cook a big enough helping for the his lunch where he can have the leftovers for his dinner. And he
Oh.
says he's lost like so much weight and gained so much energy, and now he's going to the gym all the time. And like I'm just like, okay, man, yeah. He's like, yeah, dude, try it out. It's super easy. Just go to Aldi and or a grocery store and buy these simple ingredients, cook it up. And so I tried it, and I made it like 2 days where I ate it for lunch and dinner. And then I ran out of the ingredients, and I just didn't make it back to the grocery store for like a week. And it's like, well, I'm just eat other stuff. I was like, shit.
uh,
And so then the next time I met up with him, he's like, hey, man, how you doing? Have you been trying it? I'm like, yeah, I did 2 days of it. And he's like, I felt great those 2 days. I'll tell you that much.
wait,
But
wait.
then, yeah,
So hold on. It was that he cooks in a frying pan. Is that what you said?
yeah, he just like sautés it with a little bit of, he like covers out all of it with oil,
Uh,
like olive oil or something.
olive
And then he
oil.
adds
I'm
a little bit
guessing.
of,
Yeah.
yeah, and then he just uses a little bit of water to kind of saute it in the pan and everything. And he already has his meat like pre-cooked and everything. And then he'll throw that in there to heat it
Mm-hmm.
back with everything.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Avocado, broccoli, spinach. Right.
Yeah, right. Just
Interesting.
all these green foods that have loaded with like nutrients and stuff.
Right. Right. Yeah. Spinach is a superfoods.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yep.
yeah. Avocado is very popular, and broccoli has always been a part of my life, really. But yeah, yeah, and that's all he'll eat for
Two
both
of his
lunch
meals.
and dinner. That is right.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he says he does for every lunch and dinner. And then for breakfast, he'll usually, uh, he has like coffee in the morning, but he's been cutting back on the coffee because the caffeine does too much to him now. He says he just maybe does tea in the
Mm-hmm.
morning, and then he has a light breakfast.
Yeah,
I don't remember if he went into detail about his breakfast, but
yeah. Mm-hmm.
he also has one of those jobs where he's waking up at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and he's driving around the town, around the cities and everything, doing deliveries
Oh
for some.
wow, at 2 in the
Yeah,
morning.
yeah. So he's done with work by like 10 a.m. and then he'll hit the gym, and then he'll make his lunch and his leftovers for his dinner later, and he's in bed every day by like 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. or
Mm-hmm.
something.
Wow.
Yeah, he lives a much different life than me because usually I'm going to bed at like 1 or 2.
Right. Yeah. You're like the same with a lot of normal people, really. But yeah, him though. I mean, I hope that his job pays well. Pays good
Yeah, it
enough.
sounds like it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's been doing this delivery thing for quite some time, but
Mm-hmm.
I know the last time he was doing deliveries, it was like he had this contract, like he had his own delivery company where he was delivering like pharmaceuticals for one company, like for like all the CVS's or something in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so he had this contract with him, but then they eventually, like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, they terminated their contract with him because they found a better service or whatever, something more affordable for them.
Okay.
So then he had to find some new job or whatnot. But he says he got a new truck out of this new job, and yeah, they're paying well. It just the hours are horrendous.
Yeah, yeah. Truck? You said truck?
Yeah, just like a pickup truck. They gave him a
Yeah.
new like Ford pickup truck or something.
Yeah, trucker jobs are definitely the way to go for getting paid as a driver or delivery. Like those are
Mm,
the best pays. Uh, I don't remember what the pays like, but I believe it could be anywhere between 30 to 40 or $50 an hour. But
Right. Yeah.
yeah, and like of course horrendous hours and everything, right?
Yeah. No, I got an uncle who does trucking out of California. For the longest time, he was delivering flowers from California, and he would take these huge truckloads of flowers to, neighboring states or even across the country. And he'd have to be on for like 14 days, and then he would get like a 5 day break or something where he could be at home with his family, and then he was on the road again for another 2 weeks.
Hmm.
Like
Interesting.
that would be too rough for me. I couldn't do that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
just,
yeah.
you have to have a
Definitely.
special kind of mindset to do years and years of that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And like definitely he had to have trained it up too. Like
Mm,
he probably had a few mental breakdowns here and there or something, or even close to it at the very least, and then had to just keep
right.
trucking along.
And keep on trucking.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's probably where the term comes from, huh?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Just keep trucking along, man. Because with trucking it means to be like more empty-minded in a way, and just keep doing your thing. And that's what truckers do, you know? They're just driving and kind of just I guess enjoying life traveling, you know, just sightseeing as they truck, right? And with the radio and with the music and whatever it is that they can do uh, while they're trucking, right?
Yep. True that, man. True that.
And there's more things that you can do nowadays while trucking. You know, you could save podcasts on your phone or whatever and have them,
Yeah.
you know, stuff like that. There's
Yeah, I think that's really important too. Like a big advancement in humanity, being able to learn while on the go instead of just being able to, I don't know, just listen to music or something or
right,
just
just
listen to
like
talk
just be
radio.
dead brain while you're driving.
Right. Yeah. Instead of just watching. I mean,
Hmm.
of course you want to watch the road, but I mean,
Yeah, yeah. It's like that makes it so shows are not viable for truckers anymore.
right. Yeah.
And that's just listening podcast.
Mm-hmm.
All right then. But yeah, let's see here.
Where are we at now?
Yeah, one second.
Did you have a image for the CPS tags?
You want that
The,
one? Okay.
I mean, we don't need it. I mean, I think I have it
Yeah.
pretty well written out too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like you're already writing all this out. I was like, do we really need it?
Right. Yeah. If you're good without the image, I'm good without it as well.
Yeah, because the thing is that for the way that it works is like there's no point in having the image example if the example itself is showing animation, you know. It's like
Oh, yeah,
you,
that's a
you
good
can't
point.
exactly
Yeah.
use that as a as an example. So that's why I didn't take a picture.
Yeah, no, that's a great point there.
But anyway, stuff. We were in the middle of a lesson, so let's continue on with that then.
Let's do it. All right. So let's see here. I think this was the last one we saw.
The space tag.
All right, the space tag. The space tag adds horizontal space in the text. The V space tag adds vertical space between lines.
Mm,
Okay. Write this out quick.
right. I'm putting in the example.
Excellent.
Oh man. Okay. That just
Oh,
rem-
well,
I needed a proper. Oh man. When they say she's going in depth, she really meant that she's going in depth. Like I'm skipping ahead
Yeah.
to see like what else there is, and there is a lot.
Oh, no
Like
shit, huh?
I it almost feels like we'd have to make an entire different document just for this.
Or just for the text tags?
Yeah. Well,
Jeez.
it's not just text tags; it's also escapes and interpolation.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Well, huh.
Yeah. Like I guess at this point we should like label this as in depth or something like
In
that.
depth. Right. Give our future selves a warning.
Yeah. It's like, oh, at this point, it's gonna be really large, but yeah. Okay, well,
Huh.
let me to get back to that point that we were at earlier.
So, one thing I think to point out with this space tag, I'm noticing that there's not a backslash one, huh?
Let's see. Yeah, yeah. So I can understand why. But it there's only okay. So for the space tag, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's is it wouldn't make sense to do it to add the slash actually when you think about it,
Yeah.
because in itself it's adding something on top of the sentence. It's not something that's changing something in a sentence. It's that it's adding into it. If
Right.
that
Yeah.
makes
You're not
sense.
changing any text, so you don't need to. Basically, you don't need to put any text between uh, opening and ending
Exactly.
tag.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the vertical space. Is a spacing between sentences, or just I guess we should say lines. Honestly. Uh,
No, yeah, it's lines. It's just like making a line break, coding for HTML.
yeah. And then this one is just a space between the space tag and the v space tag lines. Anything after that would be regular spaced is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
But okay then. So
So
I
I
guess
wonder,
you wanna add that.
add what?
Like for your understanding, did you want to type that one out?
For the understanding, I just have a small thing right now above it. The space tag allows you to add space in the text box between text and lines. Let's see. Yeah, then I'll just use, let's see, space. Use. Wow. B space.
So funny that it has to be like labeled v space, but space doesn't have to be labeled h space. It's like
Yeah,
I'm the
right.
originator. I'm the original.
Yeah, right, yeah. The OG. V space ain't got nothing on me.
You're the little bro.
Yeah, just a little
The
bro.
little
What
bro.
up, B? All right.
Okay, but yeah, were you saying that you were wondering if you can remember?
Oh yeah, no, I was just wondering the 30. Like, so V space equals 30, for the example there.
Yep.
I just wonder, like, if it was just 20, how much closer it would be, or if it was just 10, would those two lines basically be touching?
Uh, the lines, like between tag and ads.
No. So no, the line like the between the line between this first the space tag adds horizontal space text line, then the second the V space. Because you notice how it breaks it. You
So
know,
I want to know if you're specifically asking for V space. Or are you asking for that?
V space. Yeah, V
Okay.
space specifically right now.
Yeah, because you were saying space, and I was thinking of the horizontal space. That's why. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep. Gotta use V space. Little
Yeah.
bro space.
Yeah, the little bro. Anyway, but yeah, like I would I believe that it is assigning a certain amount of space, just like fixed font, assigning a certain a specified font size, right? So if it was at 0, then yeah, I think they would touch.
So just so I'm clear on this, if in the copy, if there was another line of code that read E and then and then the V space tag adds vertical space between lines,
Hmm.
would that would clear out the first line of text and then replace it with that, right? So then the V space allows you to have two lines of text in this one box.
Uh, I need to visualize it. I'll need you to explain it one more time to see if I can visualize it in my head.
Right. Okay. So say the first sentence was all that was all for that line of code, and then the second sentence that's explaining V space in the copy was a second line. So E quotations, the V space tag, blah blah blah. Would that then clear out the first sentence, and then we would just see the second sentence in the text box down here?
Oh, that is
Like,
a pretty good question. I see. So you take off the space tag sentence, you get rid of it,
right.
and then you're asking if it's just the V space left, then would it still be at the bottom? I'm guessing.
Right. So basically, if there was two different lines in the copy for Eileen to say,
Oh,
would it have the same? Would it look the same on the, for the user side, or would it like just say the first sentence, clear that out, then the second sentence? Okay. Oh,
by clear that out, like what does clear that out mean? Because clear that out means to me that you're getting rid of it.
okay. So I just went back, and I think my question has been answered.
Okay.
So you on the stream?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you have a stream up?
Yep. Do I? Maybe I don't.
No, you
Hold
don't.
on. My
No.
bad. Here, let me start streaming then.
Mm-hmm.
Renpy. Jeez, I thought I had the stream going this whole time. But yeah, you see how on the stream there's two lines,
Yeah.
E and E.
Mm-hmm.
I guess my question is, well, my question was, would these two lines of text just appear on the screen? But the answer is no,
No.
because the second line is not seen until I went to the next.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And so, I was just curious as to what that would look like. But now I know.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
That's good. That's good that you got your answer off of some other area of the lesson. Yeah.
Sun right, yeah. All right. Now, moving forward. All right, there are a few text tags that only make sense in dialogue.
But yeah, like what you asked there, I never would have like understood it honestly. Like I would have
Yeah,
needed an actual example of what you're trying to tell
visualize.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. It only makes sense in dialogue, huh? The P tag breaks a paragraph P and waits for the player to click. If it is given a number as an argument, P equals 1.5, it waits that many seconds. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. and wait
So
for the
then
player.
this 1.5 seconds and it appears. Okay. I like that.
Nice, nice. Okay, now to make that note.
Yes, time to make that note. All right, the paragraph.
P tag. You know what? That will be useful to the game. I don't know what, but I know that it will be.
Yeah, well, I think they really make use of this for sure. Argument. So say. All right, what do you think of how I wrote that there?
Opens the screen. Let's see. Opens the screen. I'd say it's more like after the player gets to a certain sentence. That's my opinion about it anyway.
Yeah, sorry, what did you say? Got distracted for a second.
I said after a player gets to a certain sentence, gets to that sentence, I guess it should be.
Yeah. Ooh, maybe I'll say, should I just say dialogue or sentence?
I'd say sentence, or like, yeah, it could be dialogue, it could be sentence, but like, I'd say it's sentence anyway.
Okay.
Because it's not, it may not always be dialogue, right?
True, true. I wonder if, so on this example that I have streaming right now, if she would have wrote this all out as one long sentence and it all would have appeared on the same page, if it would have been like the p tag breaks a paragraph, and then I have to click, and then that appears, and then it continues to appear, and then 1.5 seconds later, that last bit appears. I wonder if you can utilize both of those breaks
Yeah.
or those tags within one sentence.
Yeah, I do think so. I think you just like if you just get rid of the second E and just put them
Right.
together, I think that it could work like that, but it would work like this. It would be like the P tag breaks a paragraph, and then you have to click, and then when you click, it says and waits for the player to click if it is given a number as an argument, comma, and then it does the 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, right. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it
But
should work like that anyway.
I think that'll be pretty fun to play around with in there to kind of maybe add a little bit of dramatic effects.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we
But
need
wait,
this.
there's more.
Yeah.
We'll just have a ridiculous long wait time at one point.
Okay.
5-minute wait time.
How come I can't continue with the game?
Yeah, right.
What's going on? Did my game crash? Is it freezing? Is it using 100% of my CPU?
Yeah, this little tiny visual novel is crashing my computer.
I know I have a shitty computer and all, but like,
Yeah. Ugh.
and then the gamer one will be like, I paid $1,500 for this computer. What's going on? Why is it not moving?
Right. You got someone just destroying their computer. Keyboard
Death
just
slam.
throwing through the screen. Oh man.
Oh my god, yeah. Just punch through the screen. Ah! This game made me punch through my screen. I don't recommend it.
Not right, yeah, 0 stars.
Thumbs down, not recommended. Made me punch my computer screen.
These game developers are just fucking trolls. Yep.
Oh my god, that's so crazy. And there are some really ridiculous people out there though, you know?
Oh
Like,
god. Yeah, man.
I've
No
seen
doubt
some
about it.
Reddit posts of guys like they just destroy their entire desks and then they're like, "Oh, gamer moment." I was like, "Dude, like you have more of an issue than just a gamer moment."
Yeah, right. Maybe see a therapist.
I think there's more like a therapist moment. You need a therapist.
Yeah, right. Seriously.
Oh my god. But yeah. Okay. What was the next thing? Okay, so I think that we're good with that, right?
Yeah.
All right.
And then I'm on the next part now.
Also, I tried clicking and like not allowing the 1.5 seconds to pass. I just do it like I just skip it and it works. So it will skip it if you use the mouse click.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
No. Well, I guess there goes our plan to make
Yep.
people wait 45 minutes. Son of a bitch.
Ah, shucks. Ah, darn.
Spoiled again. Damn you, Renpy.
Damn you for making a good user experience.
Right. Curses.
How dare you make it user friendly?
Oh,
I
Jesus.
want it to be evil.
Yes. Renpy has foiled our evil plot yet again. Please
Exactly.
entwine.
The developers are evil. Renpy to the rescue. They're the
Yeah,
heroes.
right.
I mean, it has happened a few times though. Like these developers can be so evil.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for sure, man. Like they'll troll players crazily. Like, for example, there's this game called it was this one where this guy's in a black pot and then like getting over it. That's what it's called. Yeah. Like there are games like that that are like completely evil, man. Like there's no checkpoints or anything, and you know, or like
Oh,
there's
jeez.
soft checkpoints anyway. There's soft checkpoints.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, he do so many evil things. Like there's like this one snake that you can ride down, and it's like don't ride down the snake. And then anybody that rides down the snake, they'll go back all the way to the beginning.
Oh my
Yeah, and
god.
like all that progress that they made that they took like 5 hours to get there, yeah, all lost.
Damn, that is just cruel.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So there are game developers that can be so cruel.
Jeez, I think those people were probably bullied too much.
Yeah, maybe. Or they got inspired by old games, because old games were like that,
Um,
right? Like,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
yeah. Like they were
Put your
so
quarter in
difficult
and that's
because
it.
they wanted the player retention. They wanted players to play their games for hours and hours on end because, those kids didn't have anything else to do
Right. Yep. Yep.
back in the day.
Ah, the good old days.
I guess so, yeah. But so it's kind of a brain rot, honestly, and and
Oh,
uh,
yeah.
it also enforced bad habits as well for me. So
Oh, yeah.
can't forgive it. But yeah, okay, let's continue on then.
All right. The W tag also waits for a click,
Nice cat.
except it doesn't break lines. Oh,
Okay.
the way P does. Okay. Interesting. So just going back, yeah, P completely broke it into a second line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay. Yeah, this one will
So,
stay on the same line.
mm, right. So I should probably make a note of that in the P one where it does break the line.
Yes, yes. So you'll say, breaks a paragraph. I guess you should say breaks a line then instead.
Yeah. There you go. Text appear on new row after the player clicks the screen. Let's see here. Works similarly uh, other not okay. I think that's about all we need to write for the W, right?
Yep.
That is nice that they give you that option.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, like this is way better than what was it? What was that other one called? Well, the other game engine, Twine. There you go. Yeah. There you go.
Oh, Twine. Yeah.
Yeah, way better
Yeah.
than
No, I
that.
like all these options that we get.
Yeah, exactly. They really put in the work to make it as easy as possible to use and for the convenience of the devs.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, well, let's see. E slow. The NW tag causes Renpy to continue past slow text NW with flash bulb extend to the next statement.
With flashbulb.
Yeah, and then there's extend to the next statement, which is interesting.
Yeah. I think I gotta watch the text appear one more time.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I guess I'm just a little confused what the flashbulb was for. Is that what extends it?
Yeah, like you saw that flashing, right? But
Right.
I mean, they just wanted to add that into like to make it give some kind of impact anyway. to give it an impact. I'm guessing it's the reason they did that. But by doing the flashbulb, for after the flashbulb, Eileen and the NW tag all the way up to past slow text appears instantly, but the text after that comes
Oh,
comes in like slowly, or like how do you say it? It's like
it
it's
just continues with that slow text style or whatnot, right?
yeah, the slow
Oh,
text style, yeah. Continuing appearance of word of letters, I guess.
yeah, that's a good way to put it there.
Or maybe we could call it a train of letters appearing. I can't say I really understand it though. We would have to do some testing with it. The thing is that you
Yeah.
can copy this shit. I just realized you could copy. Oh my god! I've been looking at that copy, not even thinking about what the intention was, or like I did think about the intention, but like very blindly. Like I was like, oh, well, I wonder
Oh,
what that copy is about, but I didn't really think about past that. You know, I just blanked it past that.
right. I guess we'll never know.
But here it is.
Nice. Okay.
So you have this to work with anyway.
Yeah, no, that's definitely helpful.
I think we should put it under since we're putting examples under as well, right?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Here's-
I'm just gonna bold the first word of each of these topics so
Okay.
that we know, because these are all topics in themselves.
Seriously,
When they said in depth, they really meant it.
yeah, I was not expecting Eileen to get this much
Yeah,
in depth.
they're dropping a book on us.
Seriously. This is the first lesson of the in-depth ones too, right?
Yep, exactly. And there's so much to go through. So at that point, we should just not go through the rest, and we should just be trying to see what we can do with what we have right now.
Yeah,
Basically, as our homework, we'll have to play around with it, right?
yeah,
And how we should go about it is another question. But we can like take maybe like one of our articles and see what we can use in all of these, or maybe not an article. Sorry, we should actually just take one of our the Baron and CJ conversations, and then we'll take one of them. So I'll get one and you get one, and then we will play around with all of these using, or like either use all of them, or maybe just use what we think will work with the conversation. So which way do you want to go about it?
Um, sorry. So you want to take each of us take one of the
CJ and
CJ and Ben
Baron.
conversations, and then kind of mess around with it and utilize some of these tags to see what we get.
Exactly. Yeah,
And
and
so,
and the two options are either we use all of them or we just use some that we think will work.
oh, well, it might be best to kind of play around with all of them,
Yeah, that's what
and
I was
then
thinking
maybe
too.
Yeah, and then decide which ones work the best.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So we'll do that then because like the best way to like utilize something is to try it, right? At the end of the
Yeah,
day.
true that. True that.
But yeah, for me, I'm mostly just gonna use them in order. And then if I don't like it, then I will like, go more crazy with it, I guess. Dude, this reminds me of fan subbing back in the day for anime.
Reminds you of what?
It reminds me of fan subbing back in the day with anime.
Oh,
Yeah, they did
interesting.
a lot of shit with the fan subs, you know. There's like
Really?
all kinds of things that they did. And one of my favorite YouTubers even made a video about it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. You want to end it off by watching it? End off
Yeah, let's do
the
it.
night with it?
I'm down. Yeah, pull it up. I'm just gonna finish this little blurb, and yeah, we can watch that. I'm down.
Okay, yeah, yeah, for sure then. And then we'll have to save where we're at, which is awesome. I like to be able to save a part of the lesson that we are at, you know?
Yes, that is amazing.
There we
Boom.
go. We have save slots to use.
All right.
All right.
Geez, the first time we're finally using these save slots, really.
Yeah,
Once
yeah,
the
exactly.
yeah, damn.
Look at that, learning how Renpy works. Let's see. Oh yes, I need to check that. Then I will copy it. Gonna change the color of the text to replicate the one in the game. So we'll feel more immersed.
Yeah.
My immersion.
When you get a second, just read over my NW tag too to make sure that it
Mm-hmm.
explains it well enough.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. By makes the text slowly appears. Are you talking about including the NW tag causes Renpy to continue past slow text? Are you including that?
By including what the
So you said here, well, how come it's all yellow? Anyway, but yeah, you said with each slow statement, which makes the text slowly appears.
E-slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess I was trying to describe what the E-slow statement is doing.
Mm-hmm. Because like the thing is, I don't really know if this is a statement that has a function in it, or if it's just a label like E for Eileen.
I think, yeah, I think you're more accurate with that because E stands for Eileen, and then slow would just slow down the rate of her text as it appears on the screen.
Yeah, if you go back, okay, if you try it out again, you're gonna see that a flash comes in and then Eileen up to past slow text appears instantly.
Yeah, right. And so that's what I have written down at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
description there.
Okay, let's see. So yeah, that's why this confused me because it says which makes those text slowly appear, but that would mean that it's general, like in general, the text would slowly appear. But the NW tag all the way to past slow text appears instantly after the flash.
No, yeah, and this is all before the flash. Like, so
Mm-hmm.
this is how it's presented to us.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to the slow, that first everything is typed out slowly. Then the
Mm-hmm.
flash happens.
Okay, let's see. However, the with flash bulb statement interrupts the flow of the text appear on the screen. Thanks to the NW tag, the rate at which the text appears on the screen is not interrupted, and the text before the NW tag appears back on screen in full without having to be slowly typed out again. Yeah, like I don't know if we're on the same page honestly, because you say that it's you're saying one thing that's different from what from what I'm saying. So what I say is after the statement, for me, what happens is the
Well,
flash happens first. So the
mhm.
first thing that happens on the screen is the flash.
No,
Okay.
the first thing that happens on the screen is that first part is all written out, and then the flash, and then it appears again on the screen, right?
Oh yeah, it's different for me. Let me check your stream. You go back and then do it. Go into it.
Yep. Are you ready?
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yours is different from mine.
And that's how the code. I mean, with how the code's written, how it appears there is how it should look.
Right. Just give me 1 second. Yeah. So okay, I'm gonna stream my end,
Okay.
and yeah, just see what happens for me. So this is why I was confused. Why I was looking at it differently. So
Gotcha.
I'm going in. 3, 2, 1. Uh.
Oh,
Oh.
go to the next one. I think,
Oh.
right?
Next one. Okay. Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, now it's
Flash.
working as intended. It wasn't
Oh, so
working as
before
intended
it was
before. Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, before it was flashing first, and then the rest of it, Eileen, all the way up to past slow text was appearing.
Right.
Oh, sorry, not appearing. Like it appeared instantly. I meant it appeared instantly, and then it slow texted the rest after that.
Right. So
That's what
you
happened to
only got
me.
right. You only got the second half of that little visual.
It was bugged out for me for some reason. It was it would happen when it's like I keep on moving around too much, I guess, maybe. Or maybe it's
Oh.
because I clicked right away. Maybe that's what it could be. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. It's the click right away. That's what it appears to be.
Yeah. At the very least, the game would take it that way. Maybe it's because I click out of the game and then I would click back into the game, and maybe that messes it up.
Oh, yeah. That could be it too.
Yeah. So this is important to know because this has happened to me before anyway, where it gets all messed up at some point and then like it's not working as intended. I don't know why. And then as I keep coming back, it's still not working as oh, did you see that? It just did
Oh,
it.
no, I didn't.
See that?
Oh, yeah.
It did
Now it
it. It
does.
did it. It's because I clicked out of the game and clicked back in.
Interesting.
Yeah. But how to fix it is another question. Oh, okay, it fixed there when I went backwards and then I
Yeah.
click in and then that fixes it.
Okay.
Okay, so this is like really good to know here. But where to note it is
Yeah.
another question. Where do we note it?
I would just write that under the sentence I'm reworking right now. Or app. Yeah.
Because
Before the
because
code
the thing
part
is
is.
that this is a thing that'll happen in general. It's not something that'll happen, you know, uh, uh,
Oh,
after this, you know. It's not something that happens after this. It's just gonna happen in general, really.
right.
Because of clicking out of the game and then clicking back in, it's something that's gonna mess the game up. But yeah, and that's another thing that's gonna be an issue is that because we want to we don't want the history thing getting in the way. So we want to like get rid of that from our own game. And we want to get rid of that, like if the person clicks out of the game and they click it back in, then things aren't not gonna work as intended, and they're gonna stay not working as intended because there's no way for them to like go back to reset it and then come back
Yeah.
in.
Oh, that's a good.
Yeah. So that would be a very big issue to run into. Oh well, I guess it's like, let's see.
Can't really control those kind of variables, I suppose. We
Yeah.
can try to avoid that somehow, but
Yeah. Like the only way would be to tell the player, "Oh, don't click outside the game to your desktop because that will, uh, some things will not work as intended if you do that." It's like,
yeah, I mean, you could always give you a soft warning ahead.
yeah. It'll make us look bad, but like if we just tell the players, "Oh, we're not game devs, so please forgive us."
Right, yeah. Look for the pity, look for the sympathy.
Yeah.
Or we incorporate that with the game somehow. By
Oh,
leaving
okay.
this, the Baron will take over your computer. Do not
That's
complete
funny.
this game, you will be hacked.
That is funny. If you click out the game, the Baron will be angry and some things in the game won't work as intended, and then you'll have
Yeah,
to
right.
restart the game.
Evil game devs.
Yeah. It was me, the Baron, all along.
Yeah, right.
Always blame it on the
Fool.
Baron.
So, what is that, like from JoJo?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it was me all along.
It was me, Dio.
Dio.
Okay then, but yeah, I mean, now that we've gone through that, I'll just have to put it under here for now. But it is a game breaking thing in general, uh, so I guess like a game breaking glitch. Well, it's not game breaking, but like game glitch really.
Right, yeah. Kind of
If
a immersive breaking.
the NW with flashbulb code won't work, or yeah, we'll just say won't work properly. We'll just like make it a definitive instead of may not. Won't work properly in that the flash appears before or appears coming into the scene, and everything up to slow text will appear instantly, while the rest will slowly come in. Okay, yeah, like this is since this specific example to this,
Yeah.
that works for sure. The reason for this is because when clicking back into the game, it will register as 2 instant clicks. Let's see. Victor's theory is because when the clicking back into the game, it will register as 2 instant clicks. I mean, does that make sense to you though? Does that theory make sense?
Let's see. The reason for this, Victor's theory, is because when clicking back into the game, it will register as 2 instant clicks. Yeah. No, I mean, I definitely could see that being the reason behind it. And I understand what you're trying to say for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And since it's just you and me looking at this document, basically, I think when we look back at this in a month, we'll be like, oh, yeah, that's why.
Yeah, maybe. Usually when I look back into the document, I'll be confused. It's like, whoa, look at all this. I don't know where to start.
Right.
Anyway, to get rid of this glitch, one has to use the history feature, but our game may not use the history feature because it can impact the point system. Okay. If we decide to get rid of the history feature, we'll just have to soft warn the player about the glitch, and that Baron will not be happy if you click out to desktop and then click back in the game, and you'll have to restart the game to get the proper feature. Be sure to save. Yes. Okay, so this is like yeah, soft warning thing. Okay then, so are we done here then?
Yeah, I think that kind of gets all of the thoughts about that glitch out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then we can give the homework, and then we will watch the video.
Yeah, sounds good.
So for the
For the homework, do we just want to
yes.
decide on which conversations to work on?
Yeah, there's the intro to Clint Jr. and Baron document, and there's interaction 1, and then interaction 2 has not been done at all, but there's interaction 1, and then we have CJ and Baron conversations, which will, have plenty of conversations to work with. Yeah, so you can choose which one you go for. You want to go for the interaction 1, intro to Clint Jr. and Baron, or do you want a CJ and Baron conversation randomly picked from here? Your choice, I guess.
I think I'm gonna pick one off the CJ and Baron conversation.
Okay, yeah.
And which one though?
Yeah. So
Let's
there's
see.
Are you and my dad the same? There's CJ asks what Baron was like. Oh, but that one, okay, no, this one is actually still it's very short too.
Very
Okay.
brief.
Yeah, yeah. And then CJ keeps referring to Baron as his dad.
Very brief again.
CEO of a big company wants to become a virtual assistant. Yeah.
It's an interesting one. I don't think I've read through that one before. I think I'm gonna mess with that one that I wrote out, the CJ first interacting with Baron AI.
Okay. So that's intro to Clint Jr. and Baron, right? Introduction 1.
No, actually, that's in the CJ and Baron conversation. That's one that I wrote out. Unless
Let's
no, because I
see.
think that's a different one.
Yeah, where is
Oh
your...
no, yeah, you just copy and pasted that one.
Oh,
So
oh, oh, we did. Okay.
So yeah, I guess I should have looked at this one. I would have been easier to find.
Yeah.
So yeah, interaction one, I guess I can look at, unless you want to do that one, and then I can pick another one.
No, no, you can do that one. I will pick. I'm gonna pick. I was thinking of picking the dad one so that maybe I could rework it anyway.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I know you said we should rework that one.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, a lot of this is gonna end up getting reworked anyway, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I'll just pick that one then. Yeah. Okay, I'll
Okay.
bookmark that. Okay.
So then this exercise or homework that we want to do, we can do it right on the Renpy game thing.
Yeah, we'll have to like make our own, really, and then we'll just have to like do it the way that Renpy does it, right? We'll have to define our things and then like put in these text statements and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah, apply what we learned from the game, and we'll hopefully our notes are enough to like help us for when we're stuck, I guess, right? But yeah, I'll like for tomorrow I'll try to see, I'll get something started and I don't know when you can get to it, but when you do get to it, then you can then ask me questions if you're stuck, right?
Yeah, here, I'm just going to look at my schedule here. Oh, geez. You know, I probably won't be able to get to it until Monday, honestly.
Oh, okay.
I got a double shift tomorrow.
Mm.
Then Friday, I have plans with the girlfriend, and then work in the evening. Saturday, I might be able to do a bit of work on Saturday before I have to go to my shift then, but I don't have much time there. And Sunday is a double shift for me at one of the bars.
Oh no, no more anime day.
Yeah, I was gonna break the bad news.
Oh. It's okay. Well, we'll have another week. We'll always have time, really.
It's honestly gonna just be you and me, right, for the next couple of weeks, because Lindsay's dealing with her stuff and
Yeah,
Gabe's
yeah.
just being
Exactly.
real. So hey, I mean, on Monday, if we wanted to, we could probably start up that meeting a little earlier.
Yeah, for sure.
Available. Yeah.
What time?
I don't know for sure because also that evening, I know my girlfriend probably wants to get together with all of our friends because we haven't seen them in a couple of weeks, and Mondays usually seem to be one of the nights that might work. But so I was thinking maybe if we could do like an afternoon meeting on Monday.
Awesome. Sounds good. Like any time of the day, good for me. Oh, well, actually, now I think about it. Okay, well, what time? What time? Yeah, actually give it to me. I forgot.
I would say for Monday, it would be easiest for me to meet up probably around 2 p.m. Central.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
And we could probably meet up for, I don't know, I imagine till like 6 or so. I would have like 4 hours.
Okay, so yeah, let's see. Monday 15th. Oh man, you know what? This is that job that I was talking about, the actor job.
Oh, no,
The
really?
background actor, yeah. Yeah, so I forgot that I was busy that day, huh? Okay. Well,
Well,
yeah.
how about on Wednesday that week? So a week from today, we just do like a double time, you know, like we make up for the lost time on that day.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. What
Plan 4 to
afternoon?
5 hour session.
Okay, okay. So you said 4 p.m. CST. What was it?
Yeah, I can do that on Wednesday, 4 p.m. CST.
Okay, and then that'd be 5 for me. All right. Okay, so we'll do that then.
Oof, wow, this is going to be the biggest break from between meetings that we've had in a long time, huh?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. It's nice that you're willing to like make up for things as well because like nobody else ever did that. And then I do it myself personally, but I've been like waning, and so this session in itself helped me get back into it though. Like talking about these things about like my weaknesses and whatnot. Just talking about
Mm,
it helps me get back into the mood to do it.
nice, that's good, man. No, I'm happy to hear that because, yeah, I mean, same for me. It just seems like sometimes when I don't do something for a while, you start waning in it and
Yeah.
almost losing interest. But I'm glad that we had this good session today because, yeah, it definitely snapped me right back into it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like we need reminders, at the end of the day.
For now, like instead of Lindsay, we just got Eileen, and Eileen's being very informative.
That's
Kind
so
of like
true.
Lindsay. Kind of like Lindsay, just going super into depth. We're like, all right, slow down,
Yeah,
chill
yeah.
out, Eileen.
Our AI Lindsay.
Basically.
AI Lindsay. Okay. The pun, man, the pun. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so I guess we will, that means that you won't be able to work on it basically this homework. Well,
Um,
you'll try anyway. You'll try.
yeah, I can try. Well, since you're gonna be busy on that Monday, and I'll still
Yeah,
have
so
that
that's one
time.
place. Yeah, one time that you'll have like
Yeah, and then I'm hoping that the following day, Tuesday, I can work on it a bit.
okay, yeah. But like, obviously, I'm always available by text at least. So,
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I'll definitely hit you up if I come across anything cool or any weird problems when I'm
mhm.
testing stuff out.
All right then. And then like, yeah, cuz like the thing is I've heard that for background actors, it's a lot of waiting around anyway. We're just like waiting for our part, and then I don't know what we do during those times. It's like we're just there, I guess. We'll just be like
So,
chit-chatting, so I'll probably have a lot of time anyway.
do you know the project that you're going to be acting in?
Yeah, so it's called let me just make sure I get it right. It's like something like Within the Shadows or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah, but
cool.
yeah, it sounds like an edgy show or something like that. But when I got the part, it was I'm a 70s vampire. It's like, what?
Oh, are you doing the? Is it the show What We Do in the Dark?
Oh
Or
my
What We Do
God, you
in the
know
Shadows?
it. Yeah, it's What We
Yeah,
Do in the Shadows. Yeah, that's the one.
yeah. What We Do in the Shadows. That's like I watched the. It was originally just a film, and then years later, it got turned into this horror comedy or comedy horror series.
Ah,
I
yeah.
watched, I watched the film, and that, that film was hilarious because it's just like when you're one of the most awkward people and you get turned into a vampire, and hundreds of years later, you're still your same awkward self. It seems like.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
the series is much more in depth with all the different characters in it, but it's still pretty funny.
Yeah. Okay, so you've watched it. Like, how far did you go?
I think I only watched a couple episodes of the series, but I really enjoyed the original movie and everything. So it's been something that's been on like my watch list for a while. But
Mm-hmm.
shit, I know someone that's in the series. I definitely gotta watch it more. You're gonna be, you're gonna be a vampire. That's
Yeah, I'm gonna
awesome.
be a vampire in the background in the
That's so
70s.
really cool, honestly.
Yeah. And apparently
Nice,
all I'm supposed to do is look cool. Just stand there and look
easy.
cool. Yeah, yeah. That's a
Yeah,
background actor, you know?
right, right.
Hmm.
I wonder if then you're gonna have like just cues where you're gonna have to give like reactions to the ridiculousness that I'm sure will ensue.
Yeah, cause like that's exactly what I was like thinking. It's like, okay, a horror comedy that sounds exactly like what it is, because it's
Mhm.
like what kind of thing is a 70s vampire? And these like
Yeah,
dorky looking things.
right. Like you're gonna be wearing like some weird '70s like disco outfit, but also be a
Exactly.
vampire.
Yeah, yeah, you're on the point right there.
Nice. Oh,
You
that's
hit the
awesome.
mark.
That's really, and I'm happy for you. That's a really cool gig.
Yeah, yeah, thank you so much. I already learned a lot on my first day, going in just for a fitting. I was just there for an hour, and like I was getting lost in everything. But yeah, all this is good experience and learning how things works. And I gotta tell you though, like things are not as what is it called? They're not as structured as one might want to think, I guess, because at some point, okay, well, actually, now that I think about it, I think that this makeup part. So after the fitting, they told me to go to makeup, and honestly, I didn't know the reason why for it. It's just like, oh, they want to try out doing makeup on me so that before the day, at the very least, they'll be ready. They'll know what kind of makeup they should do on me or whatever. That's
Right.
the point of going there. And it's like they go there, but because it's not anything scheduled, they're very what is it called? They were confused with what to do with me because I'm not on their like list or anything. And then it made me realize, okay, now I realized right now I just realized, oh, well, I mean it's just a casual thing. It's nothing big. I was just supposed to go there to see the makeup lady, and then they'll see what my face looks like and maybe see what they need to do with me. That's all. It's nothing that's scheduled, and it's supposed to be just like a few minutes, I guess. It's just casual. So that's why
Yeah.
they were all confused and stuff. But
Uh,
but
okay.
in their confusion, they thought that I was like playing a stuntman. Like I'm a stuntman in today's thing, like in today's session. So first he thought it was stuntman, and then the person there's like this shuttle bus thing. So the person in the shuttle bus, if I didn't say anything, they were gonna take me to the set, and
Oh man,
like I'm supposed to
you
like play
should
a
have just
role.
stuck with it, man. You could have just had a job in Hollywood out of nowhere.
Nah, nah, man. Like I'd have to be under someone's name. So that's the issue. It's like, but I would get experience. I just wouldn't get paid for it.
Oh,
And instead, someone else would get paid for it because I'm working under their name.
hey man, sometimes that's how you get your foot in the door, you know? Like,
Yeah, yeah, for
yeah,
sure,
who
man.
knows? Oh,
That
that's crazy.
accident, could have been my start to stardom.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Ah, shucks.
Ah, shucks. Yeah, right.
uh,
Well, who knows, you know? Maybe if things go right, you know, they'll keep asking you to reappear throughout the season as a background character, and then your character becomes, you know, someone that's maybe, you know, actually has lines and stuff like that, and your part slowly grows, or you get noticed by someone. They're like, hey, that guy's really good at being in the background. He's gonna be a Hollywood film, you know.
yeah, that's funny. Now I'm in the background of a Hollywood film. All right.
You know, I wonder if like the background actors for film are like like more like snobbish towards the ones who are just on TV series. You know,
That
like,
is
oh, you're
way
just
too
a
funny.
background character for this.
Yeah, so dumb.
I was a background movie for Martin Scorsese. You know, it's like, uh,
Yeah, exactly. Oh my
that's
god.
interesting.
Crazy,
Huh.
man. Crazy.
But very cool, very cool.
Yeah.
Honestly, when you told me you were doing this gig, I was like, oh, I wonder if he's just going to be like in some commercial or, you know, like
Yeah.
some like minor background acting role. But this is pretty cool, man. Yeah, it's a TV series that I actually know and I've enjoyed.
Mm-hmm,
Very neat,
yeah.
very
That
neat.
is
Have you
true.
Have you watched any of the series yet?
No, no. I wasn't thinking of I wasn't even thinking of doing so because like when I looked for it anyway, you know, you need
Mhm.
again subscription service and whatnot, and I'm like I'm not in this subscription service thing, you know. But where did you
Yeah,
where were you watching it?
I think it was on Hulu. I
Yeah,
want to say.
exactly. Yeah, I don't have that, so like
Yeah, one
I
of
don't
the,
have these things, so I can't really go about doing it.
let me just look up. If anything, it'd probably be helpful to at least maybe watch some funny clips on YouTube or something.
Hmm. True. Yeah, I could look through that. Okay. Yeah. What was it called again? Something in the shadows.
What we do in the
What
shadows.
we do. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of shows are in they do get shot in Toronto. So, like The
Oh,
Flash for
yeah,
example, right?
yeah. No, it's so funny that you say that because my girlfriend, she's actually originally from Canada. She's from what is it, Selkirk and Winnipeg.
Mm.
And so we'll be watching random movies, and whenever they say that they're shot in like uh, the wet or the East Coast or something like that, she'll always be like, "Oh nope, I recognize this neighborhood." I'm just like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, that's my hometown."
That's
That's
funny.
happened like 3 or 4 different movies. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Canada is a really great place for filmmaking.
Yeah, I've definitely noticed that because I mean, just all of a sudden you think you're looking at the beautiful landscape of untouched land in America, and like, oh nope, nope, that's just Canada.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's untouched land in North America.
North America, that's true. That's true.
Uh, yeah, okay then. Yeah, so I'll look at this. I'll look into it then. Thank you. Yeah, good idea, good idea.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Okay. But yeah, okay, so let's end this off. Watch this video. It's gonna be so fun, man. Dude,
All right.
there's like this other thing that I watched with Aramis and someone else. It had to do with game development.
Mhm.
And again, it was on Renpy, by the way. It was a visual novel, and it was talking about how it took them so many years to get it down right, man. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. So like that's another video that we should watch, or like I don't mind watching it again because I love watching Giga content. Like his content is so rewatchable. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Okay.
All right, let's get into it. I'm making it full volume, and 3, 2, 1, go. Go. Oh, I didn't. Whoa, that's loud.
Think about
Sorry.
how
All good,
you
all good.
personally got
Yeah,
into anime.
maybe I
I'm
need
not
it.
talking about when you first watched
I'm
Dragon
gonna.
Ball, Pokemon, or
The thing is
TV,
that when
but
I
when you
turn out the
First
volume,
got
it's gonna
fully
turn down for
immersed
both
and
of us.
involved in the community. And I'm guessing
That's
if you
fine.
got into anime before the
I
2010s,
guess my
a
own
large portion of you would have fan subs to thank for that, right? Psych, bitch! You're going to jail! Whether we like to admit it or not, fan subs have played
It
a
killed me.
massive part in the international anime community, especially when it comes to the exposure and spread of the medium. A lot of us wouldn't be here today if not for fan subs. My very first experience with them was the very first time I bought anime. So I bought off eBay what I thought was a very cheap box set of Naruto, and what arrived wasn't even one of these cheap Chinese knockoff box sets, which this is a story in and of itself, but what came was just a CD case full of blank DVDs where someone had just written the episode numbers on, and what I didn't realize was that I had just paid someone to burn some fan subs onto some blank DVDs. And that's how I got into anime! The early days of fan subs in anime seems like this underground trade deal. You could have 8th generation VHS tapes being circled around anime clubs and conventions by what I imagine to be like some kind of black market anime dealership where you approach this shady guy in a trench coat and you ask for a gram of coke along with episode 4 of Urusei Yatsura. Anime in general was a lot harder to get hold of. You needed a physical copy of the anime, which back then was rare enough as it is, a bunch of VHS recorders, tons of wire, and this new fancy schmancy thing called a computer. All just so you can fan sub a single episode of anime. This was before my time, so I can't even imagine how expensive and clunky such a setup would be back then. For those of you